Hello everyone, welcome to BI Consulting Pro. In today's video, we are going to discuss about DataMarts in Power BI. What is it? What are the benefits of using a DataMart? And what are the features that you are going to get while using the DataMarts in Power BI? First of all, let me tell you, in many of the organizations, we have to depend on our IT team in order to get the data so that we can consume the data into Microsoft Power BI reports and dashboards, and then we can do a self-service or we can analyze the data. However, with the introduction of DataMarts in Microsoft Power BI, everything is going to change. This feature is currently in preview, and in order to use this feature, you have to have a Power BI Premium or Power BI Premium per user license. If you don't have a premium license, then you cannot use this feature. And also, this feature is in preview only. It's not generally available. So what is it? Well, this DataMart in Microsoft Service Portal is based by Azure SQL database. That means it's a relational database. And this database also is going to be fully managed. That means you don't need to do anything over there. What you have to do, you have to use the Power Query to get the data, and then you can use the graphical interface to combine or to transform the data, and then you can do further operations on your DataMart. It's a relational database. And also another important thing, not all the users who would like to consume the data from this DataMart, they need to have the Power BI desktop application access. They can directly consume the data from there, even from your Hotmail account or from a Gmail account. That's all it is. So let's see further the benefits, features, and how to use it. The very first benefit is self-service analytics. That means using this DataMart, you can perform all the self-service analytics. Furthermore, if you would like to analyze your data, you can analyze data itself on Power BI Service Portal. You can filter the data. You can even apply your TSQL statements over there or TSQL queries over there. And if you are not interested in using SQL or you don't have any knowledge of the TSQL, then it also provides you no-code analytics experience. That means you can simply drag and drop, you can join the tables, you can merge, you can append, you can apply the different filters over there, and there you can analyze your data. Lastly, it's going to give you the holistic experience. What does that mean by holistic experience? That means you can build your end-to-end analytics solution using DataMarts in Power BI. Let's move forward. And now we are going to discuss about the features of the DataMart. First of all, you don't need any software. Also, you can use other client tools as well. For example, if you would like to use SSMS just to query your data using TSQL, you can do that. If you don't want to use SQL, you want to use the Azure applications, that's also you can do that, Azure SQL queries. You can also use Azure SQL portal for that. Not only that, you don't need to have any coding experience. You can also interact using visual experience. So overall, you really don't need to depend on your coding experience, or you really don't have to be a coder in order to use this DataMart. You can use that using GUI or graphical user interface, where you can just drag and drop. You really don't need to depend on Power BI desktop application. It's fully managed over there. And last point is that you need to have a premium license, either PPU or Power BI Premium, then only you can use that one. Now question comes, when to use your DataMart? Well, suppose you are working on a particular department and you really don't want to depend on your IT team, then you can get your all the department data into the Power BI Service Portal using a DataMart, where you can create your relational database that is backed by Azure SQL database, and then you can also create your measures, you can perform your analysis, and there you can use it. The second comes if you want to consume the power of relational database analytics in Power BI, there you can use it. And thirdly, if you would like to build your end-to-end semantic models or semantic analytics model Then also you need to have your DataMarts, where you are first going to get the data from the different data sources. You are going to build your DataMarts over there. You can apply the different relationships. Also, you can create the different measures over there, and then you can start either analyzing your data over there using SQL commands or using, again, visual experience. Then on the top of that, data sets are going to generate automatically, which can be then consumed by the Power BI reports and dashboards. And not only that, other users can also directly access the data into Excel, or they can also use their other tools, for example, SSMS, to query your data. Now we are going to understand the DataMart, how it actually works. As I just mentioned, you have your different data sources, and then on the top of that, you are going to get the data using Power Query online over there into your DataMart. There, once you get your all the tables data, then you can start defining the relationships between them. Not only that, before that, you can also perform all the transformations that required in order to make your data clean and also usable. Over here, you should remember all the data that you're getting from the different data sources while creating a DataMart is going to be stored into Azure SQL DB, which is a relational database. And it's a fully managed service. That means you don't need to do anything over there. Now, on the top of that, automatically data sets are going to be generated, which then can be used to ingest the data into Microsoft Power BI reports and dashboards. So that's how you are gonna build your DataMart over there. Now let's get started with the DataMart, and let's head over to my Microsoft Power BI service portal, where I'm gonna show you from where you can create your DataMart. Over here, I'm on my Microsoft Power BI service portal, and what I can do, I can go to this my premium workspace. As I mentioned, you should have either PPU or Power BI premium license in order to create the DataMarts. Once I'm inside my demo PPU, which is my premium based license, over here you would get this message introducing DataMarts, which is in preview. So you can click over here to create your new DataMart, or you can click on this plus button where it's written new, and you can start from here DataMart preview. Just click on this, and then a new message is going to pop up, creating DataMart. It can take time, but for me, I don't know what's happening. For the last 2 days, I'm trying to create my DataMart and still I'm not able to do it. So Microsoft team, if you are watching this video, please help us out to solve this bug, or maybe it's your maintenance schedule or something, but I'm not able to create my DataMart over here. In my previous videos where I have created tutorials for Power Query, there I created several data flows, and also there are some specific videos on data flows which you can use, because it's going to give you the same experience while getting the data from the different sources and also applying the different transformations. The only thing that is going to differ now, that how to analyze the data into Microsoft Power BI service portal, or how to create your new measures. That I'm going to show you now with the help of my presentation, where I have used some of the snapshots from the Microsoft documents. So please don't think those are not mine, those are from Microsoft, but they are going to help you to understand how you can use the DataMarts into Microsoft Power BI service portal. Now, the very first step would be just to create your DataMart while clicking on this plus icon where you can click new, and there you can start with DataMarts preview feature. Now, once you've done this, then you can find that once you have done all the, your data transformations, your analysis and all, once you will click save, then you would find this DataMarts preview tab onto your workspace, where you would see all the DataMarts listed over there that you have created. Now, another point which is very important, DataMarts can also be refreshed. Either you can do on-demand refresh, or you can also schedule a refresh so that you can get all the data over there. Not only that, you can also implement the incremental refresh policy over there. If you don't know what is incremental refresh in Power BI, then please check out the link in the description section where you would get to know how to set up the incremental refresh. Basically, it's a technique that you don't need to refresh all the historical data. You can just refresh the data which is being updated maybe in the last 10 days or 15 or maybe in a month. So that's how you can set up your incremental refresh for the DataMarts as well. Now, once you created your DataMart, then there are several settings that you can apply over there. That means you can rename it. You can also delete your DataMart, or maybe you want to go to the settings, you want to give someone permission, you don't want to give someone permission, you want to remove them, or you want to analyze that in Excel. That one also you can do over here. This step number 6 is very important because that should be ideally the step number first after just clicking on the DataMart preview. Once I'm going to create it, then it's going to ask you, okay, select your data source from where you would like to get your data and you want to create your DataMart. Over here on your screen, you can see different data sources that are available. So with the help of that, you can get your data from the different sources, and then you can either combine them, transform them, and then you can create your own DataMart. And also the same process applies for creating the data flows. As I mentioned previously, DataMarts are different from the data flows. In the data flows, you cannot create a measure. And also in the data flows, you cannot see a diagram. That means your data model where you can manage your relationships. But over here, we can create the measures. This is really amazing feature by the Microsoft Power BI team. You can really create your measures inside Microsoft Power BI service that you can use inside your tables, and then while ingesting the data, then you can use them in order to create your report, dashboard, or to analyze the data. Not only that, you can also manage relationships over there. You can apply one-to-one, one-to-many, whether you want to make it active, you want to make it inactive, it's totally up to you. And lastly, you can also hide any column or a table inside your DataMart. So that's totally up to you what you want to do over here. So this was the complete introduction about the DataMart, what you can do, what you cannot do, what you need to do. For example, the prerequisite, you should have a premium license in order to use them. But guys, this is gonna give you a freedom that you really don't need to depend on your IT team into your organization. Whether you are a coder or you are not a coder, you know SQL, you know Python, or you don't know any of the language. Microsoft Power BI team is enabling you, it's empowering you to analyze your data yourself. You really don't need to depend on anyone. And also it's going to give you a size of up to 100 GB of your DataMart. So what do you need more? Everything you can do into Microsoft Power BI service itself. Please don't forget to share your feedback, and if you have any question and concern, please do let us know. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. See you in the next video.